Welcome, Cancer, to your weekly reading. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Cancer, I'm starting off with your Oracle card. This is going to give us our core energy, the main theme running throughout the week for you. I'm then going to go ahead and get the tarot to get further detail. So we will start off by looking at the first row as the possible energy beginning the week. The second row will be your possible challenges, if any. The third row will be messages and advice from Spirit. And finally, the fourth row will be the possible outcome of the week. Cancer, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Cancer, you've got number 12, a change in the wind, coming up as your core theme. So we know, my dear Cancerians, that this week you can experience change coming through any way this week. This could be an actual physical change coming into your life, my dear Cancerians. It could be an energetic change, a change in belief, a change in opinion. But the core energy, we see there's fluctuation and movement coming in for you. I will start off over here with the Hierophant, and we are looking at the possible energy beginning the week. And I'm just going to get your clarifier. Right, so we want to see now what the Hierophant is for Cancer, please. And you have got Page of Pentacles. My dear Cancerians, what I am seeing for you as we start off the week of the 16th is that you, my dear Cancerians, are going to be seriously looking at what you can now bring in, initiate, get going in your life that is going to help you elevate and move up from one situation to another, bringing in our change energy. What I'm seeing here most of all, my dear Cancerians, is that you want to take control of your life. You're very aware of the areas of your life that need work, or where you really just don't feel happy. And you're looking at these areas seriously now with the energy of, right, what do I need to do in order to elevate upwards to bring about much better environments, circumstances, and people in my life? Cancer, a simple example would be if you are very restless in your life. It could be that you've been doing the same job for years, you've had the same friends for years, and you just have this urge, I need something new, I need something different, I want to expand my world, my horizons. So you would look at our Page of Pentacles energy thinking, right, what can I do? Where can I bring in this change? Do I need new people? Do I need new work? Do I need a new environment? You've got to look at it hard, my dear Cancerians. And with Page of Pentacles, I do believe that this week you're going to start making plans. So, for example, if you decide, right, I cannot be doing this particular job for the rest of my life, I have to find something that fills me up and inspires me. So it could be, my dear Cancerians, that you start to see what is the job market like? What do the opportunities look like for me? Or maybe you even start looking at doing something for yourself on the side and then grow it slowly but surely. And if it's got potential, perhaps this could even become your full-time job. But we see you making big strides forward in terms of changing what is not working so that you, my dear Cancerians, can elevate yourself to that kind of happiness, that kind of joy. Right, let us see now what Six of Swords is all about for you that is sitting in your possible challenges. So we want to see now what Six of Swords is for Cancer, please. And you have got the Wheel. Now, my dear Cancerians, with Six of Swords and the Wheel coming in, we are looking here at a very big change. This is very directly connected to a change in the wind. And you are being asked this week, my dear Cancerians, not to look at any change coming up for you as a challenge, but to rather understand this change is coming about so that you can alleviate what is no longer working, what is no longer serving you, and you're taking yourself, my dear Cancerians, into a place that is far better suited for you. But as you know, my dear Cancerians, change is not always the easiest thing for any of us. And even, my dear Cancerians, if this is change that you want and you understand that it needs to be, there are always those possibilities that we have some regret and some remorse about what or whom we might be leaving behind. So what you're being asked to do, my dear Cancerians, is to embrace this change as something that you need, something that is going to help you elevate to a far better position. It's something, my dear Cancerians, that is so good intrinsically for you right now. This change needs to come about. Now, a simple example of this would be, my dear Cancerians, is that you might have a particular friend that you have been friends with for years, maybe even 20, 30 years. But you've reached a point where you understand that you are no longer getting what you need out of this friendship. And perhaps, my dear Cancerians, there might even be an element of staleness or toxicity that has seeped into this relationship. You're being asked to understand now that sometimes we just need to let go of what is no longer working and no longer serving and bring in a change, my dear Cancerians. Now, Cancer, I know for many of you, change is not the easiest thing. And this is why we've seen it come out as a core theme and as a possible challenge. Because change for Cancerians can be a tricky area to navigate. However, with the wheel coming out here as well, we are being told that this change that you are going to implement is going to be the best thing you could possibly do for yourself, because it speaks to us of a change in your favor. So going back to that previous example, you will now place distance between you and this friend. And of course, my dear Cancers, how you do that is entirely up to you. You can just do it naturally and organically without verbalizing anything, or you could just be honest and say, you know what, I think we need some time apart from each other. Let's go our own way. It's not the end of anything, but I feel we both need space. You decide how you do it, my dear Cancerians. What you are now doing is you are freeing yourself from a friendship and an environment that wasn't working for you, and you automatically bring a change with the wheel. So, my dear Cancerians, please take this as it might resonate with you. This could come through in any relationship. It could come through with something to do with your home and your family, something to do with your career, your money, your finances. Wherever this might come out for you, my dear Cancerians, embrace it. There is something very big this week about recognizing changes you need to bring into your life and embracing them and flowing with them and believing at your core that everything, my dear Cancerians, is happening for your best and highest good. Now let us see what Spirit would like to share with you, and I'm going to clarify temperance. So we want to see now what temperance is all about for Cancer, please. And you have got Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is a very interesting card to come out here. Now, my dear Cancerians, Spirit is confirming for us so beautifully and so clearly what we have seen and spoken about. The change you're bringing about is that you, my dear Cancerians, are leaving behind what that desolate village represents to you. Something is over. my dear Cancerians. You have got whatever you can get out of a certain relationship or situation, and now you must acknowledge it's time to move on. As you can see, Cancer, she is beautifully dressed compared to what that little village looks like. You have reaped the benefits of this particular relationship or circumstance. You have learnt, you have grown and expanded, but now it's time to move on. This is why we see that there is a barrier now between her and the village. In her bag, she's got her 4 pentacles. You're not leaving empty. You have gained a lot, my dear Cancerians. It might not seem like it right now, but in time you will realize how much you have learnt, how much you have learnt about yourself, how much you have learnt about the people around you, and what you will probably do differently in the future. But you, my dear Cancerians, are so ready to bring in this change. Spirit also wants you to know that you are divinely protected and guided as you move through this week and through this period of change. And most of all, Spirit wants you to know, my dear Cancerians, that you are about to bring in harmony, peace, ease and flow back into your life. I do not believe that staying in that desolate village is good for you and will be good for you if you stay there. And with the change you're bringing about, you want the elevation. You want things to be better. You want to be happier and more fulfilled. Time to move on, my dear Cancerians. Right, let us see what 4 of Cups is all about for you. That is sitting in the possible outcome of the week. So we want to see now what 4 of Cups is for Cancer, please. And you've got strength. Now, my dear Cancer, by the end of the week, we see with our 4 of Cups card, the hand of God coming in with a cup of abundance. Something, my dear Cancerians, is coming through for you at the end of the week. That's going to be a big sign for you regarding the change that you're going to be bringing about. For some of my Cancerians, you might be feeling very despondent, let down, and perhaps even disappointed about the way things have turned out. Please remember, my dear Cancerians, whatever this is for you and whatever you might be leaving behind, nothing was in vain. It might feel like it at the moment because you have to leave a job or leave a relationship or leave a home, and you might feel, wow, it didn't work out the way I wanted, things don't go my way, and looking at all the empty cups. But there is going to be something coming through. And of course, this is going to be very different for everybody. This could be somebody saying something to you, Cancer, about the path you have chosen and where you're heading. You know, something simple as, Cancer, you're doing the right thing. You will see in time. You will never look back. This could be, my dear Cancerians, that you get an actual physical sign that you're on track. Maybe somebody offers you something or somebody gives you something, but you get something substantial in your hand confirming that your decision to bring about the significant change is the right thing to do. But most of all, what I love to see for you, my dear Cancerians, is strength. Because by the end of the week, you're going to start feeling that inner lion or lioness come back into being. You know, Cancer, when we go through a period of change, there could be a time where we start to feel so let down and disappointed that we lose our confidence. We lose confidence in ourselves, in our decision making. And what I'm seeing is by the end of this week, that strength and that empowerment comes back full force. You acknowledge where the change needs to come in, and you're about to embrace it and not look back for a moment. What a strong week coming in, Cancer. Let's move on now and see what your spirit animal is for this week. So we want to see now what Cancer spirit animal is, please. And you have got number 49, Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time. So my dear Cancerians, the numbers 1, 2, 4 and 9 are your lucky numbers this week. Any combination or variation of these numbers, please consider very auspicious. The rabbit is your spirit animal, so wherever the rabbit comes up, this too is a blessed sign. And my dear Cancerians, your message is, now is a lucky time, letting us know, my dearest Cancerians, that this change in the wind is bringing in a change in your luck. So, if things have not been going well for you, or if things have been slow in getting going, there's going to be a wonderful gust of wind coming in, bringing in a change, my dear Cancerians, that is going to allow luck to come through and touch many areas of your life. Now that is something to look forward to. So that is all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.